Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are learning about one of the simplest and most powerful root finding method, the bisection method. We will understand how it works step by step with some visualizations, an example and a short Python code. Bisection method is a numerical technique used to find the root of an equation that is a point where fx equals to 0. And in this diagram, we can see a one-dimensional function fx equals to 0, which crosses the x-axis at some point. It is denoted by red dot. This is basically the 0 or root of the function fx equals to 0. And the value of this we want to find by computational or numerical methods. Now, how the method works that we try to understand. The main idea is very simple. If the function value at some point x equals to a, if is greater than 0, and another point at b at x equals to b, the value of the function is less than 0, then we can say there must be a root within that interval. Okay, if there is a single root, assuming a single root function has a single root in this equation, in this discussion, supposed to be. Now we can safely say in this interval the function crosses the 0. Okay, if we keep dividing that interval into halves until we get very close to it, then that will be the actual root. Now if we find out the midpoint of these two values a and b, that is a plus b by 2, and we evaluate the function value at this midpoint, suppose this is, and here supposed to be it is in the positive side of the function, and that means fm is greater than 0. That means the root is within this within these two values m and b. Therefore we are just narrowing down the interval, right? And that means root lies between m and b, and we can say in this manner, by dividing the half, it may be m may be in the right side of the root and left side of the root. Accordingly we change a and values of a and b. Now we discuss the algorithm for finding out the root. Suppose function is given fx and two values a and b, that is essential, very much crucial. It should be between that means rather be it is two sides of the root. That means one gives rise to positive value of the function, one value, another value give rise to negative value of the function, and another is tolerance up to, that means accuracy level. In any numerical calculation there must be some accuracy, and check the value if a and if b is less than 0. That means they are in the two sides of the root. Repeat until b minus a less than some accuracy limits, and then calculate the mid value a plus b by 2. If a and fc, that is mid value, is less than 0, then b equals to c, say. If it is not, then else a equals to c, and keep repeating until the difference a minus b becomes smaller than the epsilon. And this is the algorithm. And if in that situation the mid value is basically the root, approximate, this is all numerical calculations are approximate calculation, these are not exact thing. That means within certain accuracy limit or tolerance limit, that is epsilon. Now we discuss some hand calculation. Let us find out the square root of root 2. That means equation is x square minus 2 equals to 0, because x equals to root 2. That means x square equals to 2, x square minus 2 equals to 0. If we evaluate the root of this equation, that we then we can find out the square root of 2. So we apply bisection method. Step 1, choose the initial interval. Say 1 is the one of the interval, say left side, 1 square minus 2, which is minus 1, that is less than 0. Say another in value, that means b equals to say 2 square minus 2, that is greater than 0. That means there must be a root between 1 and 2. So now we give you a table, and the left side is iteration, and this is the value of a and b, and this is a midpoint. The value of the function at a, value of the function at b, and value of the function at c, and new interval is written here. In the first iteration, the root lies between 1 and 2, say, and midpoint value is 1.5 and 1.5. So fa is minus 1, fb is 2, and fc is 0.25. That means the 0.25, that is positive. That is b and c are in the same side. That means new, it is evaluated at this value 1.5. The root is definitely lies between 1.0000 and 1.5000. Now even a new interval is 1 and 1.5, and midpoint was 1.25. fa is minus 1 till now, and b is 0.25. This is the new b, and fc and fc is calculated 1.25, which is negative. That means a is replaced by this by the c. That means the new root is between 1.25 double naught to 1.5 triple naught. That means a is replaced by this. And similarly, if you look at this table, we are just narrowing down the interval, and the last, in the 7th iteration, the value is 1.40625 and 1.414065. Between these two interval, we get the root, and if we evaluate this, and we can get the root. Now we discuss the program. First we have to define this function sum fx. This function represents the equation x square minus 2. We are trying to find out the value of x for which fx equals to 0, which means x square equals to 2, and but basically we are finding out the square root of 2. You can put any function here according to your choice or conditions given in the question. Now we define two values. It is floating point. So input, it is external input. We ask the user to enter two values a and b. These represent the interval in which we think the root lies. And if a multiplied by f is greater than or equal to 0, then print the interval is invalid. That means invalid interval. Else, otherwise, that means checking the valid interval after. And this is basically based on the intermediate value theorem. If f and f have opposite signs, function must cross 0 between them, meaning a root exists. If both of the same sign, it means our interval does not contain a root. That's why we are print invalid interval. That is the main part of the main idea of the of this program. And the main loop, this is the main loop. Else iteration, I am giving a iteration counter, how many times you iterate this, while abs b minus l greater than or equals to 0.0001, say it is a tolerance level. If it is that, then we find out the mid value, and as well as we have to check fc, that mid value is equals to 0 or very very close to 0. It is not equals to 0, then it is break. If c is accidentally is very close to 0 or 0 rather, it is better to put 0.0001 or something like that. I'm just illustrating this example. You break it. And if, that means otherwise you have to check if you have to check if a multiplied by fc is less than 0. If it is less than 0, then you replace b by the new midpoint c, or that means it is positive, then a is replaced by c, or other way around you can put that thing. That means if a and fc have opposite sign, the root lies between a and c. So we are just moving b to c. Otherwise it is between c to b. So we move a to c. Each time we narrow the interval and closer to the root. And we are just counting the iterations. That is the whole iteration 1. you are just going to the second while loop, and how many iteration. In this way we are just finding out the root, and print root is that after exiting this while loop, when this condition is met, and print the root and number of iterations. That is for your calculating the computational resources, how much computation you are using, or you can use timestamp and others. Thank you for watching, and if you like, then share, subscribe. Thank you.